Yerp, what's good? It's your boy, Top Slug, Sofa King, and I'm back. We're back with another video. Um, it's been a little while. Took some time off. Took some time to kind of dig into this new job, trying to find a new place. Just some of my personal affairs I got to take care of, and doing okay with that. Um, and it's been a little bit tiring, to be honest with you. Haven't been able to slug the way I wanted to, and it's been a little minute since I've been able to put one of these raw and uncut, fresh off the dome, free thought videos up. And I guess today is the day. You know, yesterday was actually a special day for me. You see, the boy got a little cleaned up, but it's wearing off a bit now. But um, my birthday, just a regular day. Unfortunately, won't get to celebrate just yet, but soon come. So I'm looking forward to that. But today is actually uh, my mother's birthday, so hopefully I get to kick it with her a little bit. But in the meantime, I just wanted to hop in, make one of these videos, keep the content coming. I have some other things I kind of recorded, want to upload some conversations. I'm hoping to do a little Zoom interview type thing in the next couple of days, in the next week or so, with a friend of mine, and just kind of figure out how we're going to take this content, how we're going to take the channel, what we're going to do with Slug Nation, what you're going to see me do here behind the scenes, and yeah, trying to get something popping, man. I know I look decent in these work clothes, but I definitely don't want to be in them too much longer. Obviously the point and the meaning behind this channel is the quest and the search to attain financial and personal freedom, uh, in our own ways, in different ways, in unorthodox ways, as well, and just kind of figure out the ways to make it, man, and talk about it, exchange a thought, exchange ideas, and exchange experience with like-minded uh, people, kindred spirits, I guess you could say. And yeah, obviously, the 9 to 5, more than 9 to 5, uh, the everyday job has to continue for now as we build. But I'm going to try to do better at finding the time and finding some time to kind of build on what I want to do. That's the whole point. To find that balance between personal enjoyment, personal endeavors, and personal responsibility. So you know trying my best, doing my best, man. I was able to spend some time with my children over the previous week. So my schedule, I would say, has been a little bit full. So I guess it's, maybe not financially as beneficial as I would like it to be, but, personally, I've been able to get some things done, and I'm appreciative of that. And, I'm proud of, just trying to manage things as I have. And obviously, with this, I want to be a little bit better, a little bit more consistent, and obviously find more time to kind of do that in a comfortable way. So we building, man. We building and we working. We trying to figure things out. Like I said, I started this new job. Let me plug the phone in real quick. Matter of fact. Uh, yo. All right. Yeah. So I started this new job, and it's been going okay. It's a sales job. I think I mentioned before. Potential is there to make some good money. It's really just a job. It's no career for me in there. I mean, it could be a career for some, but for myself, I don't think I can devote the time that's needed for too long to probably do it for a long period of time. It's a very high demand job as far as time, you don't really do much, but at the same time, you have to be ready and available and chasing the bread, right? I mean, that's a big part of it. So, um, it's cool for now. And I'm glad to have the opportunity. I'm glad to be employed. Glad to have something to do. That's a big thing. I get to, you know, dress up a little bit, kind of get back in the flow of dealing with people, interacting with people. Um, so something on the beard. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's been cool. It's been cool, and I've enjoyed uh, just the experience and the challenge of getting into something like that, like working at jobs like that, and working in somewhat competitive fields where everybody's trying to chase and get as much money as they can. It's always interesting getting acclimated to like the personalities and the systems and some of the politics that go on. Um, Me being where I'm at right now in life, as a man of a certain age and a father and just somebody who has experience, I go in there kind of demanding a certain interaction and respect level, and I think it's kind of different for some people, right? For some people it may be a little bit off-putting. Obviously I keep it respectful, I keep it professional, but at the same time, right, like I gotta set a precedent, and it's a lot like it's the same thing that they're trying to do with you as a new employee. They're trying to get you to kind of acclimate and assimilate to their ways, and you're trying to let them know how you do things. And obviously, in the job like I'm doing, um, it's almost quote unquote they want you to treat it like a small business, right? And so, as a small business, you technically are a business owner. If you work in a commissionable job, you basically work for your own money, right? Like nobody's really giving you a whole lot, and whatever you do get, you probably have to be intrinsically motivated to get it, right? Like that's the only way you can be successful in those type of fields, in my opinion, and from experience. But with that being said, you got to find that balance, right? You got to find that balance, and it's going to be a little bit of a tug of war. But for me, it kind of is what it is. I know my value when it comes to um, a lot of different things, but definitely in the workplace, I know what I can bring to an organization and things like that, and I know what I kind of can do with the potential and the opportunity to make things happen. So for that, I really have to carry myself with that idea in mind. And as I kind of maneuver through and navigate this new company that I'm with, we'll see. I mean, I'm not surprised. There's been a few little bumps in the road, I would say. um, Basically I would say that amounts to me kind of having to tell somebody, in a respectful way, like how it's going to work for them to kind of speak to me and how I want to interact with them. And I think some people are just used to being the boss. And I think for me that's a problem as well, because in previous positions I've had a certain level of autonomy and agency to where I make decisions, right, and I don't really have to answer to anyone else. And you know, from from a psychological standpoint, I'll be honest, I do have some issues with certain types of authority if I don't really kind of understand, where certain things are coming from. Then I'm going to speak on that. So I don't think it's necessarily a negative if the person that you're speaking to has an answer, or at least ex- expects to have an answer. But there's other people out here who just kind of you know expect it to be their way. That famous Wired quote, right? Like, you want it to be one way and it's not, right? And I kind of absorbed that, and I kind of put that back out too, right? When it's not going to work a certain way, then like what can I really say? I have to stand firm. But it's been good. Like, I don't even want to make that a drastic thing, but it's definitely been noticed, and I kind of noticed that they kind of noticed that about me. And because of that, I have to perform up to a level of somebody who, deserves and earns that type of respect. So, um, you know, we'll see what happens. But, I feel pretty good about it. I've been able to kind of work with some customers and kind of get in the flow of things. Done with all the like training bullshit. So that's good. But yeah, I'm really kind of just getting started and able to make the money that I'm trying to make, and I'm trying to hit the ground running, right? And so, my quest to kind of get to six figures within the next calendar year, it has to start with this, right? This is going to be a big component as long as I'm kind of putting the time there. So, I'm ready, right? Like it's getting close to the end of the month, and the way things work, right? I won't really be able to kind of really get it until next month, and so I'm looking to start next month off hot. But like I said, outside of like the management issues, um, it's been cool. But one thing I've noticed is that like me being who I am, I'm a very like personable person. I'm not gonna just walk around people and not speak and kind of act funny. And if I see somebody more than once, I'm gonna take the time to remember your name. I think it's just a basic respect that I give because I do live by the golden rule, right? You treat people how you want to be treated, and so I expect the same thing back. And if I don't get that back, like we just spoke about, it'll be somewhat of an issue, and I'll speak on it. You know what I mean? I guess that's just something I've adapted and learned to do for myself, and I'm blessed and fortunate enough to have learned that at a certain point in my life where it's kind of been something that I'm accustomed to at this point. And yeah, but like I said, just working with some of the other people that are in the same position as me, right? Like I guess because it's a high turnover position, there's a lot of in and out. There's a lot of people who can't really make the cut. They kind of standoffish, and for me, like I guess I understand, right? Like I just said, but I take things, differently sometimes, and like I don't see the need for that, but I know me, right? They don't know me, so maybe they just kind of funny. Maybe they think I'm, a different person. And obviously, I'll be honest. When I'm at work, I make sure I put on a very professional face and demeanor and speak a certain way. But I keep it real when I can keep it real. But like, people kind of act funny, man. That's all I can say, and that's just not for me, right? I'm gonna be myself wherever I go. Like, um, I want it to be where who I am. It just stands firm. Like, there's nobody who says, "Oh, that nigga acts different." No, I want to be who I want to be at all times. Now, obviously, I have to adjust and adapt that, but at the same time, like, I'm not going to act all stiff and hostile and standoffish just because I'm in a new place. Nah, y'all niggas gonna see me. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna whatever. I'm gonna go about my business. You act funny. I'm gonna say something about it. You do something funny. I'm gonna make a joke, and it is what it is. You're gonna have to take it. And it's not um like even in a like forceful way, but it's like I do control myself, so I control how what I give out to the world, right? And so I want to be consistent with myself so I can be comfortable. And I think that's a big part of life. And I think that's something as men and as just people altogether, you learn, right? You learn how to kind of present that in a way that's best for you. Um, and it's spoken about in all different type of ways. I know I just explained it in a very like blase way, but that's the same thing people talk about when, they talk about your character, right? Like, your character is who you are at the end of the day, and that's gonna be exhibited and expressed in different ways in different situations. But your overall mindset, how you think about yourself, how you think about other people, how you respect other people, the respect you ask for in return. Um, I mean, why should that change a whole lot? So, um, sometimes it's just good to kind of put yourself in a position in a situation where you do have to have that challenge a bit, and you have the opportunity to make the most of it, and that's obviously the ultimate goal. So that's what we're trying to do, and hopefully with this it works out. um and we'll just kind of take it from there. We'll see. and we're always looking for a new opportunity, a better opportunity, and the ultimate goal is a self one. So it won't change regardless of the situation. So yeah, that's just where I'm at with that. But like I'm hoping that things kind of get to a place where um, I can be given the same level of opportunity as everybody else. Because right now I have to really like grind for it, right? And I get that. It's part of the game. It's something I would do either way. But I'll take the easy money, right? I always take the easy money too. So you know, we'll see. We'll keep building on it. We'll keep, building connections. And I think the one thing I've been able to do pretty well is that the people who are kind of in charge and make the decisions, and the people who kind of affect my ability to do what I need to do, I've been able to kind of really mix and mingle the way I needed to. And that's always been, a pretty decent skill I had, being able to relate to people. I mean, obviously that's part of the job as well. So that part hasn't been hard, but it's just been about finding a way to kind of make that work within the way they do things. So, um, yeah, man, we're looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. Um, Aside from that, life is what it is. Uh, you know, it's tough not really having the type of motivation I would want to like come home every day. I think that's important for somebody like me who I don't really want to be doing this shit anyway, right? Right? Like I don't want to work. I don't want to have to like be on somebody's clock. I much rather, you know, do things at a pace that I control a little bit more myself. And that's always something that, in different ways, could be an opportunity. But like that's a whole different lifestyle. That's a whole different kind of end goal and end game. So, um, trying to make it work in the ways that can lead to ultimate success, right? And got to stay committed to that and committed to that process, with or without the added motivation and the added joys of just kind of being able to come home to a family and things like that. It's tough because like even with the job I have now, and the amount of hours I have to work, it's going to be difficult to kind of squeeze in the time that I would want to, by far, with my children. And I think that it's going to be tough for a while, especially coming into the winter months. But I think that is kind of a good and a bad thing in a way, just because I mean there probably won't be as many opportunities to kind of spend with them, and then when I do, it'll be hopefully for extended periods of time versus just kind of quick 1-2 day things. I guess for me it's always tough, right? And maybe this will be the topic that we actually get into when I start the real video. I guess this has just been a recap of just what's been going on with me, and I'll probably just put this up. I'm almost at 20 minutes, so I'll just probably put this up as like a standalone thing and record another intro for the video that I want to do once I get out of this. But yeah, uh, I think one thing I can talk about today is maybe a little bit of the black fatherhood stuff that I want to get into. Not really just black fatherhood, obviously, fatherhood in general, in certain situations, within certain communities and cultures, and some of the difficulties that come with the changes that can come with fatherhood that are outside of your control to an extent, and the difficulty of not being a custodial parent and not being able to kind of just come home and relax and just spend natural quality time with your children, and the effect that has on somebody, right? And the effect that has on just a man in general, especially one who is kind of used to doing things in that way, right? And I know there's a lot of different scenarios and situations, but I guess mine's unfortunately is somewhat unique within our community, even though it's really not, but it's just not spoken about a whole lot. And that's somebody who just for whatever reason, um, there's different changes right within your family dynamic. And for me, I've always been a father from the day I've had my first child. um, I've been in the house, right? And I've been in the house, and because of some things that are going on, that hasn't been a reality for a while. And it was a total shift and a shock, even just to have to like drive a certain distance to go and just to see my children, and just the inconvenience and the added pressure and toll it takes. I mean, I think it's kind of understated, to where I can definitely um, sympathize and empathize with single fathers and quote unquote baby daddies a lot more, just kind of understanding the difficulties in a different way. And unfortunately, that's the reality right now. And I've been in it for a little while, so I'll say that. But I've been doing my best, and the quarantine actually helped a lot, right? Because it gave someone like me the opportunity to kind of have much more of that time with my children. Whereas when I'm working every day, 50, 60 hours a week, then to have to find the time in between time solely to kind of devote to my children, which for me, I want to do it because I don't get to spend time with them. And I know it can be hard, even though this is kind of a trash mentality, right? For somebody who isn't used to even doing it as much as I may be, I know it can be hard to find the time and to find the motivation. Whereas for me, because it's something that's a void, I'm looking to fill it as much as I can. For somebody who the situation is much different, I mean, what do you? I don't know. You have to be of a certain level of character, I would imagine, to kind of really push yourself to kind of go out your way with some of the situations that you can be put in through different circumstances. And that's not just blaming a woman, or if you are a woman, that's not just blaming a man if they have custody of the child. That's just kind of how things work, right? That's how things kind of have to work. And if there is no kind of joint effort, right, to kind of give the children a certain thing, then you're just kind of on your own to try to figure it out and make it happen. And that can become hard when you do work 50, 60, 40 even hours a week. You have kind of personal endeavors, you have a side business, you have this, you have that. You know, it's tough, right? And so that's something I definitely want to talk about and get into. I love to have that topic or that conversation live with some of the people that I know who are in that situation or have been in the past. And I think it'd be a good thing to speak about from a different perspective and a different angle, and especially me as a black man who aspires, highly aspires to be the best father I can be and give my children the best and the most consistent life I can. Um, I think it's important to kind of get that topic out there. So, that's something we'll talk about. Like I said, I'll be back, kind of finish this up, or not even finish this up. I'll make this a video in itself and just upload it as is. Fuck it. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, hopefully you do see it. And just gonna try to keep building and kind of trying to keep showing what the actual, you know, mind and the thought process behind the whole channel is, as we try to find the direction for it. And just gonna keep grinding, man. I still haven't gotten a mic. I'm sure you can probably tell. You know, it is what it is. Hopefully, when I complete this move, I can kind of put some more energy into that. But it's been tough right now because I haven't really taken any time off from work for my birthday, if anything. I just been trying to grind through everything to kind of get used to the schedule and the process and the demand that it's going to take to kind of do things the way I think they need to be done. So, I'm just going to keep building on that. But hopefully I can get one sooner than later. Hopefully soon enough you see a whole new kind of setup. We can start trying to build some type of little studio. And yeah, we're going to try to make this a real thing, I'm here for it, and I'm gonna keep trying to build to it. And we'll see what we can do, man. Hopefully, I get some good feedback. Hopefully, if you do see this video, you know, you come back, you like, subscribe, comment, uh, leave a question, leave a thought. Anything you can add to the conversation, even though there hasn't really been one. Anything you can add to the conversation is great, or anything that you can suggest to talk about. You know, let's do it. And hopefully we still building. So I hope to kind of do some things, maybe with some other YouTubers. I know a lot of people do free, panels with live streams and different things. So I might try to just pop into something. You never know. I do follow a lot of people that I know I could probably kind of get some FaceTime, but I want to kind of do things naturally in my own way. So I haven't really, had the time recently to kind of lock in with anybody. But soon enough, we're gonna keep on going. And we're gonna keep building. And I'll try to be more consistent with these. It's easy if I just kind of hop in and do it. Unfortunately, I had switched the space up, so I had to kind of put it back together a certain way just to be able to have it somewhat presentable. Because I am in the process of kind of getting stuff packed up. But yeah, I mean, it's your boy Top Slug Sofa King. You know how niggas do. You get a little fresh cut or something, you gotta get out here. You know what I mean? So I guess that's probably what this video's really about. If I'm psychoanalyzing myself, just want to be seen, just want to be heard type shit. But we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back with another video. And yeah, man, fuck with me. Top Slug Sofa King, Jay Haynes. We out.